In this section, we'll modify our ergonomics flyer so each employee will receive a personalized copy. Then we'll create a mailing list and set up address labels for our mailing. To accomplish this, we'll use Word's Mail Merge feature. The merge process, like the name implies, takes two types of information and places them together. It uses a form file where we create and store the layout for our flyers, labels, or envelopes. It also uses a data source, which can be a data file from Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Access, input from our keyboard, or an electronic address book. Simply put, the form is a general and overall layout, and the data source personalizes the form. We're going to create a data file to act as our data source. It will include the names of the employees and their departments. Each of these pieces of information will appear as a separate category within the data file. These categories are called fields, and each collection of this field information is called a record. The form file is referred to as the main document. Our main document will be our flyer, which we'll treat as a form letter. We'll insert field codes into our document to represent the various pieces of information that we want to personalize. During the merge process, information from the field codes will be inserted into the main document. This probably sounds a bit confusing. Don't worry if these terms are new to you. They will become clear as we go through this section. Press Ctrl and Home to get back to the top of our ergonomics document. Our goal is to personalize the flyer for each employee. Mailings are so useful that they have their own tab. Mailings. Click that. Click Start Mail Merge. And from the list, click the Step-by-Step Mail Merge wizard option. The Mail Merge task pane opens at the right with all the information we need to get started. The task pane consists of three parts. A question to be answered, in this case, what type of document you are working on, a description of each screen's function, and at the bottom a prompt to move forward or back through the wizard. We are in step 1 of 6, as shown at the bottom of the task pane. Since we are sending our document to a group of people, we will treat the flyer like a form letter. Select the radio button next to letters, and click Next, starting document at the bottom of the task pane. In step 2, we have the option to set up our letter using the current document, starting from a template, or starting from another existing document. We want to use the current document, so be sure that radio button is selected. At the bottom of the task pane, we can either go to the next step or the previous step. Click Next to go to step 3. We want to select who will receive this flyer. We could use an existing list or select names from Outlook. But for this letter, we will type a new list, so select that radio button. Click Create. A window appears where we will enter the names and department to create the list of people to receive the flyer. If we scroll down through the field names, notice there isn't a field for department. We will need to create one. Click the Customize Columns button at the bottom of the box. In this window, we can add, delete, or rename any of the default fields. We want the department name to appear under the company name, so click Company Name, click the Add button, type Department in the new box, and click OK. We are actually not going to use many fields on this list, so let's delete some. Highlight Company Name and press Delete. We get a warning box asking if we are sure and telling us all information in this field will be deleted. Click Yes. Let's also delete country or region, title, and both phone numbers. Click OK. Now let's enter some records. The first record we will enter in our database is for Dave Williams. To move from one field entry box to the next, we can use the Tab key or mouse or the down arrow to move the insertion point to the next field. With the cursor in the first name field, type Dave, press Tab, and type Williams. Press the Tab key again and enter Maintenance as the department. Click the New Entry button. When we do, Dave's record is saved and the next field box is highlighted so we can enter another record. The next record is for Holden Bonds in the sales department. Enter his information just as we did for Dave Williams. Click New Entry. Go ahead and enter the information for these next 3 people. Pause the lesson if you need some time here. If you make an error, just click in the field and edit it. Click New Entry after each record to move to the next one. Once all records have been entered, click OK. We must now save our data list using the box that opened. Our Save screen defaulted to the My Data Sources file. It will save this as a Microsoft Office address list. In the file name box, type Company Memo List. Click Save, and the Mail Merge Recipients list appears. Click OK. Actually, we forgot to add Linda from Personnel to our list. Let's do that now. From the Mail Merge task pane, click Edit Recipient List. Highlight our file in the Data Source field at the bottom left, and click the Edit button to return to the Entry window. To enter a new record, remember to click the New Entry button. Type in Linda Walters from Personnel. Click OK. We are asked if we want to update our list with the changes we've just made. Click Yes, and Linda is added to our list. Notice the check marks next to each name. They indicate these people will be included in the mail merge we've created. In reviewing the list, we realize Dave Williams does not work on a computer, so we don't have to send him this memo. Click the check mark next to Dave's name to remove it. This indicates that he will remain on the list, but will not get this particular memo. Click OK. We are now back at our main document and task pane. We have our data source, which is the list of recipients ready to go. In the next section, we will convert our memo into a letter and merge the list with it.